Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Lenovo laptop. This is an IdeaPad Slim 5i. Let me go ahead and get the actual model number. So on the bottom, the model number is here. It's an IdeaPad Slim 5 16IRU9. Alright, we're going to be using a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver to remove the screws from the bottom. Alright, you want to keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down on my desk like that. In the pattern I remove them. So we got 3 at the back, 1 on either side here, and then 4 at the front. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove all these screws. If this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at things. Excuse me, something's in my throat. Currently, all my review videos are also on this channel, but I'm hoping to eventually separate them off and only post the new ones on the other channel, so it'll help a lot if you can subscribe to that one. And yeah, let's go ahead now and get the bottom cover off. So usually how I get the covers off of these computers, assuming this one's the same, is I'll use my thumb on the palm rest, make sure not to push on the touchpad itself, and I'll get my fingernails in between the bottom cover and the base, and we'll push on it. And as you can see, the clips are popping out. Again, skip the touchpad. You don't want to push your thumb through the touchpad and then pop it into the inside. Alright, once we do that, I get my fingernails in there, and then I push down on the palm rest portion while pulling up on the cover, and then I just slide my fingernail in there. Obviously, you don't need to use fingernails to do this. You can use pry tools, but I find fingernails work better, and they're always on hand. Alright, so there we go. Now we got that. Okay, most likely this we're going to have to just flip up because it seems like it's just staying attached here. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so the back here, yeah, it doesn't seem to want to come out. I'm kind of like pulling it this way. It doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to push on the little hinge cover back here and see. No, it doesn't want to come out. I don't want to just yank it out because sometimes that can damage clips. Sometimes you have to get it in the back here with a thin tool. So let's see, I'm going to try using... Oh, I guess I can use this one. It's a little bit thicker. Don't push the tool too far. You can just see behind the bottom cover. And then let's see if we can pop the clip. No. Okay, I guess we'll just try lifting the cover. So just lift it like this, and hopefully it will eventually pop off. I don't know. I don't want to use too much force. This one's being weird. There's a lot of clips. So, oh, okay. So I just pulled it and rotated it this way, and that got it out. Oh, God. There's, like, dead bugs and stuff in here. So that's going to need some cleaning. You can see how these clips are here. So actually pulling it this way does release it because it hooks up that way. And then it has these little pieces that stick down in to hold it. All right, so I was hearing rattling in here. I'm kind of scared to... dump it out now because there's bugs inside. One thing I'll do is I'm going to disconnect the battery real quick, and then I'm going to take this out and clean it up. Okay, so the battery connector, kind of small, a little bit difficult to grab, but basically grab this, pull it up slightly, and then what I like to do is wiggle it side to side as I'm kind of pulling on it. So like this, and you can see that just came out. Make sure when you plug it back in, that white dot is on the top. You don't want these exposed pin ones upside down like this, because then you can damage the pins. It also has little raised bumps here that line up with these slits in the connector. Alright, after you disconnect the battery, I always recommend opening the computer and then pressing and holding the power button for at least 15 seconds. Alright, this drains any residual power and makes it a lot safer to work on. Sorry, I don't want to flip the laptop over to show that I'm pushing the power button because I don't want to dump all the bugs and bug poops and whatever in there out. So I'm just holding the power button, and yeah. Alright, I'm going to clean up the inside, and then I'll be back. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we cleaned it out. The bug poopies kind of were stuck to the cover, so I couldn't really clean that, but we got rid of all the little dead bug carcass thingies and whatever that were in there. So yeah, some of this I couldn't really get out, other than I'd probably have to use like some warm water and scrub it, but yeah, it shouldn't affect anything. It doesn't come off, it's not going anywhere. So let's go ahead and plug the battery back in. Okay, I'll go over a little bit of the components actually. So let's see here. I don't see any replaceable RAM on here. You got an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here. It looks like they have a tamper sticker there, so if you take this out they will know. But yeah, it looks like one screw, it's holding some plasticky thing here. But you can put a full-size M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. I'm not going to mess with it because this computer actually is okay now. It's turning on. But basically, they said they plugged a USB-C hub and then that's when it died. So I don't know if there's a short in that hub or what. Looks like they got cabling here for the speaker. Okay, let me actually zoom out a little bit. So that goes to the speaker, and then that speaker has a wire going underneath to this speaker. They're not held in with any screws, just rubber, so you can actually just lift them out, but I'm going to leave them there. Okay, you got the two wireless antennas going here. They follow this little groove all the way over here, and then they connect to this. If you want to take the antennas out, you pull from the tail, but you do need to peel this clear plastic thingy off. I don't even know if it picks it up in camera, but there's a clear plastic, hard plastic sheet on top. Okay, you got the connector for the I/O board with a flip latch here. Once you flip that up, you can pull that out. The other end connects underneath the motherboard, or logic board, whatever you want to call it. Two USB ports here, micro SD card slot. There is the one key recovery button here that you can press with a pin needle or whatever. I use usually a small folded out paper clip or a SIM eject tool. Okay, battery here, model number is here L23N3PK1. So if you want to replace the battery, that's the model number. After you disconnect that, there's just a few screws. So there's two here, 1, 2, and then another here, 3 and 4. So it looks like just 4 screws. Okay, after that you can just pull the battery up. Just make sure you disconnect that. Okay, if you couldn't pull this cable out, sometimes it helps to undo the screws and then pull the battery up and back a little bit so you can get that. All right, you got the keyboard connector here, flip latch there. You got the, pretty sure there's a touchpad, trackpad connector. You have to peel this capped on tape, the yellow tape out, and then you can flip latch that. Keyboard backlight connectors here, flip latch on this side. Okay, and yeah, I don't see any removable, replaceable RAM, so if you're wondering, I don't think you can upgrade the RAM. It's too thin underneath, and I'm pretty sure it's soldered underneath this metal plate thing here. You can actually lift this out, but I'm pretty sure it's just soldered chips. It's too thin to fit actual replaceable cards. All right, fan connector is right there underneath this piece of adhesive. And yeah, wireless card comes out just like the M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. Oh, actually, this is wobbly. So let me peel this up and then tighten that screw, because yeah, I don't want wobbly pieces in there. That's weird. Okay, so we're gonna peel this up carefully, and I'm gonna get to the screw and just tighten that. Oh, it looks like it doesn't tighten, so I guess that's how it is. Anyways, that's weird. Okay, and what else? We got a little connector under here, which I'm not too sure what that's for. JFP, oh, fingerprint, probably fingerprint reader, fingerprint sensor. So there's that. Yep, there's the fingerprint reader all the way over here though, so that's weird that the cable runs that far. And this does say JTP, so that's definitely for the touchpad. So the fingerprint reader, I can actually see it right under the battery there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I'm going to show in here. The LCD LVDS connector is underneath this rubber thing, so it looks like it's the type that you get underneath and you pop the whole connector up. Lots of laptops use that. If you're not sure how to remove that and you need help doing that, feel free to message me on YouTube and I will send a video of one that I actually popped that connector out. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put the battery connector back in. So line this up, get it to go back in straight, and then pinch. I like to pinch the two pieces together to pull that back in. All right, there we go. We'll get the bottom cover back on. Zoom out. Oops, I think I have a customer outside right now. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and push this part back down first because that was last. And then I push inwards as I push down to click it back in. Same thing with the front. Push in towards the center and down, and there we go. Make sure everything looks good, clicked in back here. Okay, and now let's just get the screws back in, and that's pretty much it. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, again, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. Again, if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, again, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well. Even if you don't know what to comment on it, just be like hi or whatever, just type some random stuff in there. But yeah, again, I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at things. Again, those videos are currently on this channel, but eventually I'm going to have those separate. I haven't had anyone complaining recently, but in the past I've had people say they're getting too many notifications of non-computer or non-repair videos, and they wanted the other videos to be separate. So yeah, if you want that to happen or you just want to help me out, please subscribe to that channel as well. Watch some of those videos, like and comment on those, and yeah, that'll be great. All right, last screw. And I guess we can power it up. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Make sure it's good. Usually after you disconnect the battery, it does do like, oh, I think the battery's dead. So usually after you, do a battery power drain, the CMOS, BIOS, whatever, RTC, real-time clock, whatever, resets. So keep that in mind. You can see it is charging right now, so we can power it on. Okay, but again, keep in mind that the BIOS battery does reset, and then usually it takes a little bit longer for it to power on, and that's because it's resetting the BIOS, okay? So you can see right now it's not powering on. Give it some time, okay? If you're not sure, just press the power button, walk away, come back in like 10 minutes, and you should hopefully be okay. Sometimes it takes longer on some computers, sometimes it's quicker. You can see it's definitely taking a while on this one. The power light is on, nothing is happening. My customer's waiting outside, so I hope it hurries up. But yeah, come on. Come on. Hopefully nothing got messed up from the bug guts being cleaned off. But okay, you saw it turned off and then turned back on, the power. That's part of the BIOS reset cycle. That's normal, so don't panic. Again, if you panic about stuff taking a while, push the power button and then just walk away and then come back. So it's blinking. Maybe I need to use their charger. Let's see. It's doing something. It could be the bug guts. I hope not. That will be sad. When I first got the computer, it was rattling inside. It's not rattling anymore, but I didn't see anything fall out, so I hope that whatever was in there didn't fall underneath the board and is causing some weird short. But this is just blinking right now. I hear the fan speeding up. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and power it off, and then we'll power it on again. Okay, give it a few seconds. Power it up. Oh no, it's just doing the blinky blink. Oh, okay, there we go. So there we go. It's turning on. So I think it's blinking because probably the battery's low. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Let's wait. I think, oh, is it shutting off again? I think I need their charger. It's being weird. I mean, the keyboard's, okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, the battery is super, super low. I don't know if you can see. Oh, where'd the icon? Oh yeah, it's at 3%. So I think that's what the blinking's all about. We're gonna go ahead and shut this down now. All right. So what the? Did I accidentally turn off the touchpad here? Why is the touchpad not responding? I didn't change anything inside. Let's restart one time, make sure the touchpad works, because that's strange. Come on, restart yourself. But other than that, that looks to be pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Yeah, we're going to see if the touchpad works, but the customer's waiting outside, so after this, I'm going to try and check, and yeah, there's another customer that showed up while I was working on this. I got like 3 calls, so let's see. Come on, mouse. The screen's still black. Okay, there's a mouse. It's working now. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but sometimes restarting resets some of the stuff. And anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, let's drop this. Bye.